Well, it was definitely a tale of two teams on Saturday for Alabama and Auburn. One team moving forward, looking at a national championship. Another one so close to victory, so close to a major upset, but couldn't get it done, that being Auburn. Let's talk about Alabama first and what made this game super special, the defense. The defense has been swarming all year. This is actually one of the better Alabama defenses that we've seen in the past 10 years. In fact, last year's Alabama defense was the best one since 2016. That was Jeremy Pruitt's year. This defense has been better than last year's defense for one reason only. That is creating turnovers. You saw a fumble there. We didn't get on it. It was a strip fumble. How about this one? Punched out by Nikhai Hill-Green on Bauer Sharp. Everyone should know that name. Bauer Sharp played here in Dothan, but Nikhai Hill-Green is the one that punches it out. This time, he also is the one that recovers it. So if you're going to get the ball on the ground, you better get on top of it, especially if you're the defense. Nikhai Hill-Green doing exactly what it's taught. Getting your right hook in there and punching down, especially when the ball's high and tight, you can punch down. A lot of people come over the top and try and do this and use their flat hand or their fist, but just absolutely punch down on it, and you're going to get momentum towards that ball and knock it out. And he is the one that ends up recovering it. Fantastic play by the defense. Leads to 3 points, opens up the scoring in the game. But let's show some love to the offense because the offense did do some good things. First of all, Ty Simpson hitting a deep shot downfield, 53 yards. Good to see Ladzier Brooks back. He does lose the football there at the end, but he took a couple of steps, so he'd hit the ground. Complete catch. What we haven't seen from this offense is the downfield passing that a lot of Tide fans are used to, with the Tua Tagovailoa downfield passing, the Mac Jones downfield passing, and then Ty Simpson, that's where he's really good, about 15 yards downfield, and that is Ryan Williams making a huge acrobatic catch. But look at the way this sets up beautifully, because Ty Simpson has a lot of things to decipher here. First of all, he's got a one free safety in the back, and he's got one guy coming free here. So he knows he's got a green zone of completion, and look at this guy coming free right at him. He finds Ryan Williams. Let's talk about the placement of the ball. High. Ryan Williams can go up and make a great catch, and if it doesn't come down with Ryan Williams, then it goes into the back of the end zone. It's an incomplete pass. Ryan Williams has some drop issues, but the acrobatic catches, he's got those down. In fact, that ball comes loose a little bit at the end, but it stays on his belly. Completion. Wonderful job by the line. Miller here, he probably should get on the other side. He sees it late, stays down for a check down, but Ty Simpson's too fast with deciphering where he wants to go with the football. And Ryan Williams crossing Ladzier Brooks, knowing that he's going to have a little bubble in the back of the end zone. And he also recognizes that Ty Simpson's going to have to get it out quick and then go up, high point the ball, make sure you take the hit. You're going to take the hit either way, might as well come down with the football. Wonderful job from Ty Simpson here on this drive. And that is a touchdown in the last 2 minutes heading into half. Alabama does that so well, getting a touchdown in the final 2 minutes. That 2-minute drill offense, that's going to come in handy down the road in the playoffs, possibly your SEC championship possibly, because this team is so used to scoring quickly when they need to. But let's also talk about what this team can do better. So let's go to the next place here where we have Ty Simpson, 2nd and 8 in the third quarter. This is a knockout punch. You complete this pass. Look at that separation that Ladzier Brooks has. You complete that pass, and this game is over. In fact, this game might look like it's over now. It's only 17-6, a little underthrown, probably could have got a pass interference call there, but a knockout punch would have kept this game from ever becoming a one-possession game in the fourth quarter, because it did do that. LSU gets a field goal, Alabama only adds a field goal, and it becomes a one-possession game before Alabama adds that field goal in the end, and they win 20-9. Ladzier Brooks open 3 or 4 steps. Ty Simpson doesn't hit him in stride, doesn't get it far enough out there. The next play, 3rd and 8, Simpson's got an even wider open receiver. That's Jeremy Bernard. Can't hit him in stride, just off the fingertips. And that's where we go back. We said the Ladzier Brooks catch earlier, the 53-yarder. It's good to see Simpson hit some of these downfield passing schemes, but that's not been his strength this year. But he is electric about 15 to 25 yards down the field. You're talking about death by 1,000 cuts. That's what a defense faces when they play Ty Simpson, because he can absolutely slice and dice you. But the home run shot has not always been there throughout the year. That is the next level to this offense that could absolutely unlock something that we haven't quite seen up to this point. Would have been nice to see it out of a bye week, but didn't see it versus LSU. You get Oklahoma next week. Let's go to Auburn and see what they had to go up against in Vanderbilt. On the road, 30-38, fourth quarter. Cam Coleman, good to see him have a great game. An unbelievable catch, one-handed in the end zone. They get the two-point conversion. It ties the game up, and it sends this to overtime. But what's important about this catch is you got a new coach, interim coach. You got nothing to lose, so go out there and play. Let your playmakers make big plays, and that's what Cam Coleman does here, gets the touchdown. But let's go to the next play. In overtime, now you need another touchdown, down 7. You're just going to go back to the same toss-up? No. Let's build off what we have done before in the game. So Cam Coleman, he draws the double team. This tight end right here stays in and blocked. I would have loved to see this tight end come across the face of the defense. He would have been open for a touchdown. All right, but that's unfortunate for Auburn. We'll see if they can move forward, getting better with the new interim head coach. But that's a look at sports. We're going to be right back.